GSL Kodas is back. We're going to have Maru versus Oz, and I think this should be a pretty even match here. By the way, story time, we just discovered, Wani, that Nesty was fishing yesterday. He went fishing, drank soju all day and fished, and did not catch a fish, so he had to, he actually went and got sushi after that. How you nerds would like that story. Yeah. Actually, that's not what happened. Here's what happened. He was fishing, and he pulled a whale out of the water.
Out of a lake.
And then out of a lake.
He got it wasn't just any whale. It was an extinct whale.
And here's what he did. Then he broke the whale's neck, which artosis is pretty hard to do because whales don't have necks.
Whales definitely have necks, Tasteless.
They don't have necks.
It's hard to see them. There's a lot of blubber. They definitely have necks, so. What connects their head to their body? Their neck.
No, man, fish don't have necks. Well, whales don't have fish, but whales don't have necks.
Fish have necks.
No, they don't. It doesn't count as a neck.
It counts as a neck, man.
No, it doesn't, Artosis.
How can you say this?
No,
oh my God, you're being so speciesist against fish.
Listen.
You're like, only mammals and birds have necks.
I don't mean to offend all the whales and fish that watch this program, but I don't count that as a neck. Anyways, he broke his neck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Something with a spine has a neck, man.
No.
Yeah.
I just refuse to accept that.
Actually, I don't know if fish have necks. Now I'm really confused.
Well, can a fish? I don't know. All right.
The game's starting.
All right, we got to get out of here. I don't know. All right, upper left starting location, losing in a pretty tough game to DRG. Let's see if he can do better against Oz. His idea is
Maru Prime.
I do like those outfits the Prime guys have.
Yeah, it's pretty stylish.
Pretty cool.
It's not like my style, but
no. It's pretty cool, though. Bottom right center, bottom right starting location, we have our Protoss player. He was playing a little sloppy in our first set that we casted. Let's see if he does better this time. He is
Fnatic Oz.
Now, Tasteless.
Yes.
Quick question for you. If you had to join a team based upon the uniform, what team would it be? Don't answer TSL. I know that's the answer because of the handsomenerd.com release.
Let me think for a second. All right, we'll just remove that team from the list of teams I could judge on. I would actually say the MVP. The jacket DRG has on is pretty badass.
Yeah. Yeah.
You could actually just wear that around.
I think you got it right. I think you're right.
I think I'm actually right.
Cool. All right, so we solved that. Now, Maru is going racks and a gas.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry I have to end the conversation. You fixed it.
I solved it, man.
I'm pretty sure you're just right.
Now we still got to figure out if fish have necks. I know what you mean. As in there's a bone that connects the head.
I would say whales definitely have necks because they're like a mammal. They have to have a neck.
But I think your argument is essentially that there's like that bone is there, but I'm thinking of more like.
Have you ever seen a dolphin where they like stand straight up out of the water and they like look around like that?
Well, I'm not saying
that's a neck.
I'm just saying like the head. Yeah, the head can pivot, but does that make it a neck, or does that just mean it can?
I think it makes it a neck. I think that. What about when you ever see one of those bodybuilders that is so thick that his neck just like comes out of his body and goes straight into his head, and you can't like. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does he not have a neck?
No, he doesn't have a neck.
He does not have a neck.
Have a neck.
Oh, okay. So there's no way to strangle one of
somewhere in the world there are two fish arguing about whether or not humans have fins, and one fish is going, yeah, man, it's those things on the side right below the head. And the other fish is going, no, those are arms. He's going, no, man, those are fins with fingers on them. That's what's going on in a parallel universe.
That's actually, you know what? Or even in this universe, we don't know what fish talk about.
We don't.
We don't speak fish.
I don't.
Probably someone out there who's like, I speak fish.
Someone's like, I got the Johnny Quest translator thing, and I shut up. Remember that thing?
Yeah. That's funny. All right, so Maru is actually going into a double gas here with his factory. Should be seeing a starport going down. Right about now. Okay. In the meantime, Oz does have his double gas. He's got a double gate, and he hasn't actually scouted Maru yet. this is an interesting build order because he has one Stalker, double gas, and double gate. It is the 2 probes in each, but the double gate is what's really getting me, where I'm like, huh, that's interesting. You know what I think that is the double assimilator with 2 probes in each, 1 Stalker expansion that Nanowa kind of brought to light last season. That build is a little bit weak against like cheesy all-in type, like Marine SCV rushes.
Yep.
But by adding the second gateway, it doesn't cost him that much because he's not actually getting extra units, but it gets his production going quick enough that it's probably a little bit stronger against those. So it looks like it's just kind of a metagamey call with all the cheese that Terrans have been throwing at Protosses recently.
All right, we're going to need to see a Robo here very soon. Okay, he's making the Robo.
Ooh,
so if he times it out just right, he can get the Observer like the same time as Cloak finishes.
Maru actually...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Luckiest probe. Oh! He's like, wait a minute.
I guess I can go past it. He's going to see that there's nothing there, and that is... And now he's going to go up the ramp and see... Oh, my...
He knows.
Okay, hold on. I got to see what he actually just saw. Oh, my God. He saw the factory. He saw no add-on. He saw a gas right there, and that's going to be the second gas that you take because when they go up the ramp, if they ever do get up that ramp, strategically you want to take the other gas first.
Right.
Then they won't know if you have a gas or not. And, of course, not everyone's going to abide by that, but just...
It's a general rule
theoretical play. That's how you're going to want to do it. So, basically, Oz has so much intel. That was really sloppy of Maru to let that in. But, that's when he's walking out with those Marines, he doesn't want to really spread them out because if there's a Stalker out there, he's definitely going to start losing.
Well, the thing is, I think he wants to push out the Marines like that to make it look like, oh, maybe there's a bunch of Marines coming at the the Protoss, and the Protoss thinks, uh-oh.
All right, we do have incoming Banshee with Cloak. And he's going to go ahead and target down some sentries. Gets that one and goes right after probes. Not bad, actually. I like that choice.
Well, I mean, it's smart considering he's like not going to be able to win the game and just kill all the probes now. So he might as well take out some valuable units. And ouch,
loses that Banshee, but a couple probes and a sentry. That's like a similar value to a Banshee. But don't forget, he spent Cloak. And his expansion's much later for getting that Banshee. So overall, so far the trade has gone very well for Oz.
Yeah, Oz looking great. Oz looked a little bit pensive backstage before this match. He really wants a win here, but now, I mean, if I was Oz, I'd be feeling so confident. There's nothing better than when you deflect the Banshee rush and then you're just basically fine.
Yeah. It's slightly annoying because, they can do things like this, just sit the Banshee there, but not really a big deal. You can leave a couple Stalkers there. Those Stalkers are worth about the same as the Banshee, so... we'll have to see what Oz wants to do from here. I like the fact that he's just making Immortals for the moment, not really spending too much on tech. He's keeping his probe count up. He's got 41 right now, despite losing... how many has he lost? 6 so far. Not too bad for defending a Cloak Banshee rush. But anyways, he's continuing his macro.
Is he just going to do a 2-base timing with the Raven, kind of like similar to like a 1-1-1?
But that's a good question.
He's still making Marines. I mean, if you look at the Terran's base, the setup is one where it looks like it's going to be a Marine tank. Raven push.
I don't think so, just because he has that third command center. It could be, but I think he's just going to go for this. Well, actually, start another Banshee, so actually that points towards that.
Yeah.
And it might even have SCVs in it.
Ooh, that's a big kill.
Catch. Nice catch there for Maru. But, that's interesting that he's making another Banshee. This was not what I was expecting, but it goes well with the Raven, of course. But with that third command center, he definitely, with siege tanks, point defense drones, some Banshees, that type of stuff, he absolutely can go ahead and secure that third pretty soon here.
All right. But Pylon taken out, of course, was spotted by that tech lab there on the starport.
Don't forget, if he loses this Observer up here, how bad that is, because then the Banshees can go out and just start killing sentries.
Oh, that's a good point. He can actually just kill like the whole army.
He has to be really careful.
All right, he's going for it.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't know about this, but...
Well, he does have these 3 Banshees, and they're going to be worth a lot. Point defense drone can come out now, and he throws it down. The Banshee's all still alive, and he's actually going to go ahead and kill off this entire army with the Banshees. Really well done, and he has plenty of point defense drones energy left as well.
All right, he's backing up now. 3 Banshees here.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was the wisest move there from Oz.
Yeah, that I think that turned out well for our Terran player. You know, Oz lost a lot of important units. He lost all his sentries. He lost, a few stalkers. Lost all of his immortals. And the trade, what did he really get out of it? Well, he got some siege tanks, which, we have seen siege tanks used a lot more recently than they used to, especially by the Prime team. So maybe that will be good against exactly what Maru wanted to do. But we're just going to have to wait and see on that one.
Okay, going for a Stargate here. That's probably because he lost that engagement.
And
all right, Banshee's are a real threat now. He still has the Raven, right?
Yeah, he still has that.
He still has the Raven. So yeah, Banshee's even more of a threat then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, with 4 Banshees, those start killing
He's going to try to intercept here. This could be huge.
Yeah, it could. He's going to cloak, but the Observer is there and ready. And he loses 2. Great move by Oz. Great move.
That was really nice handling there by Oz.
Well, Oz is still in very good shape here. He's macroing quite well. He is getting Blink. He is getting the +1 armor, continuing to make immortals. And his supply is up by only about 10. And with that Phoenix, that's going to help him out quite a bit. Those Banshees can't roam the map anymore, basically. Oh, but wait, actually, you got a Viking, so...
Oh.
Huh.
He's got to be very careful here.
Oh, that's actually there to kill off any observers.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's waiting for that observer to overextend over to the side.
I don't know if this is actually going to work.
Bam! Oh! Whoa, okay. Don't usually get in this situation.
I don't know, I've never casted this scenario before.
I haven't I don't think I've seen this.
I actually don't know how many Viking shots it takes to kill an observer.
Yeah, I didn't know. Okay, so Maru's still having some decent map control going on. Oz going to do a little blinking. Ooh, I like that move. Kind of grab a reactor.
Oh, nice.
Very
he
well
can actually
done.
get under that barracks so they can't even land there.
In fact, he's going for that starport. Throwing down the point defense drum.
Oh, but it's not quite. Oh, no, now it is. Excuse me. I thought it wasn't in position at first.
Well, he's going to lose all those flying units because he did not kill the observer. And that actually turned out to be really, really good for Oz. That was a great move by him. But Maru has his 3rd base up and mining while Oz has just started. Or, well, not just started, but it's not quite done yet.
It's been up for a while.
Yeah.
Oz is now going to move out on the map. I feel like Maru kind of invested in this this Terran air army that just did not pay off.
Yeah.
And now he's just sort of stuck in this wonky tech path that actually isn't really going to develop well into the late game.
Well, yeah, I see exactly what you're saying. I wonder if he'll actually make more siege tanks, though.
Well, if he makes more siege tanks, they're going to get picked up by the Phoenixes.
That's true.
This actually is made to wreck this army.
He has 4 right now, which are definitely going to help, and he is going to continue to make some. Oz moving to the side here. We're going to have to see how well this actually works out.
Zealots are in the back here.
Yeah, that's a little bit sloppy, but there's a lift, and the Marines just plow through those. Siege tanks doing
this is actually a pretty sloppy attack here by Oz.
But his Immortals doing such a great job so far until the Marines get up here, and then they get completely destroyed. Oz. Yeah, that was a bad attack. When your opponent has a lot of defensive siege tanks, it's very hard to attack into them. And that's what Maru's doing. I really like this style. I love that the Prime Terrans are all trying out various siege tank play. Like, for instance, here we're seeing from Maru defensive siege tanks to be able to take his 3rd base in this kind of wonky game. We saw before Ghost King using Siege Tank Marine just as his composition against Protoss. And we've seen Marine King in the past use 3 Siege Tank timings to punish Protosses at their ramp. So really cool to see that team in particular pushing forward TVP in this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I love to see the different ways the teams kind of influence the meta game, and you get a group of, for instance, all the Prime Terrans, they sort of have their own way of playing the game.
Yeah. And it's all slightly different from each other, too.
It's not identical at all, but all right, it looks like Maru's actually going to move out now. Now, Oz was actually in great shape until he just kind of, rolled dice and just decided to attack.
The blinking was so great, and then he overextends against these defensive siege tanks. But anyways, we have 2-2 upgrades against just 0-2 of Oz, so that's going to be a problem. Maru leading by 2 upgrades. That's a big, big deal. We do have Ghosts on the way, but they aren't out yet, and Oz has at least 4 Psy Storms right now.
Oh,
Trying to
he's
find-
going to go for a snipe here.
He has about 4 Psy Storms at the moment. Siege Tanks can be pretty useful against High Templars if you can target them down.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, he's pushing it with those Immortals, trying to kill off as many Siege Tanks as is possible. Psy Storm going off, but these Zealots taking way too much damage. Nice Psy Storm there, but a nice split by Maru in response.
All right, Maru's not done yet. He's going to continue to close in.
Oh man, it's looking like Oz is in a lot of trouble here. His army is evaporating under the superior army and upgrades of Maru.
And he could just start kiting here, or not, I guess. I guess he doesn't have to do that, but yeah, okay, so Maru just won this game. GG.
Wow. Well done by Maru. That was a really interesting opening. The Cloak Banshee into the Raven to allow him to actually hold in multiple strange circumstances. Like the attack that Oz did up the ramp against the Siege Tanks, the Bunker, and the Banshees with Raven, that was ill-advised. You know, he was in a little bit of a lead right there. And then, he was still all right. But Maru took that third, and then Oz decided after that really great blink in to overcommit at the third. And after losing that army, Maru knew that it was his time.
You know, a little bit of sloppiness there by both players.
Yeah.
In that game.
That was a little bit of a scrappy game at times.
Yeah. But again, there was nothing that warranted attacking that third base. That's really where things got out of control for Oz. He actually had things set up for him. He should have won that. Maru was at a pretty massive disadvantage, but you got to know when to attack and when to defend and expand.
Yeah. Well, next map is going to be Cloud Kingdom. Historically here, Protosses have done very well against Terrans. It's the only matchup, I believe, on this map that really favors one race, statistically speaking, at least.
Yeah, we can talk all day about, architecturally what maps work where, but then again, some of these players just come up with a strategy so that it ends before they have a disadvantage, so. Alrighty. Maru against Oz here. Game number 2. Who's going to go on to face Violet? Again, I feel like Oz, this is one of his worst days that we've casted for him.
He's having a hard time with things. Like, Violet, very good player. You can't really be surprised when he takes down anyone. But if Oz goes out 0-2 against Maru, yeah, this is not a good day for him at all. His PVT, super strong. But we haven't seen that yet. But, that was weird play by Maru. And sometimes you hit something you're not really used to, and things just go wrong. So don't lose faith yet.
Well, we're moments away from getting this game going here. Let's see if Oz can play better. Maru, it'd be huge for him to get a little bit further in the GSL code as he's so young. But of course, Oz, he was in the Final Four before in GSL.
Yeah.
He wants to get to the finals. So lots of line here. Let's get